Hey to the people, what's going on? This is No Chaser TV. I am Chase and I'm here with Jay, and we are here to go ahead and break down some of the latest hot breaking topics going around the Housewives universe. Make sure that you guys like, comment, subscribe, and turn on your notification bells. We're going to do things just how y'all know us to do it. Straight No Chaser. Jay, what's your tea? How you doing?
Woo, I'm good. It's been a day in Bravo
Yeah.
world.
It has been a day. You got that right. Just so much has been going on in the Housewives universe. Before we get started, quickly, I want to again encourage you guys to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on your notification bells. Hey, everybody on X, how y'all doing? Hey to the people. Demicio's in the background doing his thug fizzle. We know you guys are going to pour in as you do because this is sort of an impromptu kind of happy hour, but we had no choice but to go live considering everything that's been going on today. We got some people in the room. Hey there, Sheila. What does Sheila say? Can you read that comment?
She said, "Hi, Chase and Jay. Hey, Sheila, how are
Hey,
you?"
Sheila. And could you tell me who this is from and read their comment?
This is Quante Reynolds. He says, "Hello, what's up, Quante?"
Hey, Quante. Hey there, Kay. I see you in the room. All right, you guys, let's just go ahead and get it started now. Just as we let people come in the room, just very briefly, on a break from her album promotion, or maybe this is part of her promotional campaign, Drew Sidora turned that cherry out, in the words of Beyonce. Y'all take a look at this. I should have muted it. I don't know if we're going to get flagged for playing whatever this is. That's all. For someone who's not a lesbian, Drew definitely knows how to use that tongue. Isn't that right, Jay?
That is the most unsexy shit I've ever seen in my life. To be such a pretty girl, it looks like when you dangling food in front of a dog and they trying to eat it. That's what the hell that look like.
Oh God!
Pretty
All right,
girl.
we just want. I just want to play that to get that out of the way
Oh,
because we got some other stuff to get right on into. So let's get into without further ado. Hopefully, I play these videos right. Peter Thomas, you guys. So I know that everybody, Karen Huger has dominated the news wire, but Peter Thomas actually was in court today as well. And Peter Thomas was sentenced to 18 months federal time due to a tax situation that he had where he was allegedly going and rerouting his employees withholdings and having them rewired or resent to wherever he was having them sent to. And so this is something that had been going on for quite some time. And there was someone who was outside of the courthouse following this case on behalf of, I'm not sure if it was on behalf of Tasha K, but Tasha K says it was an exclusive, and this young person went ahead and was there. So let's go ahead and take a look.
A second. Let me get myself situated. Let me tell you, for as prepared as I thought I was leaving out the house, I was not. I'm like, let me close my purse. It's pretty quiet out here right now. They could be coming down. I think he's coming out right now, guys. Hold on. He's with his brother. There were people in the courtroom, but I couldn't begin to kind of guess who was there for support, who wasn't. Peter said he wanted to make himself an example for people to pay their taxes and as a role model for what could actually happen if you make a practice of not paying your taxes. Hey, Peter, are you happy with your sentence? Are you good? The 18 months? Okay. What about the okay. I'm glad they didn't give you the full sentence. So you're pleased with your lawyer's performance, Miss Owens? Okay. I was watching you on Instagram yesterday and the message that you were putting out, and that you want to be an example for what can happen if you don't pay taxes. Do you have anything else? Okay. All right. Well, good luck with everything. Thank you, Peter. Okay, take care.
Now, before I go ahead and give us our moment to talk about it, on our TikTok, excuse me, is where we posted that video, and we actually got a response from one of Peter's former employees, and
Peter
here was the
Thomas was
response.
just sentenced to 18 months in federal prison.
Well, damn, bitch, can I get my money then? Because you definitely dipped off and it didn't pay us. I used to be a bottle girl at Club One, and we never got paid when he dipped off to Miami. So yeah, if I can get my coins ran, that'd be great.
All right, so allegedly she says, "Fuck them taxes. Where's my paycheck?" And Club One, that was before he moved to Miami and Charlotte. Club One was at least 10 years ago. Jay, what in the hell in the Peter Thomas of it all is going on?
Everyone is not meant to be a businessman. Look, at some point, you just gotta be like, ain't shit stuck. Like, what happened to just investing in real estate? Like, is that no longer a thing? Everybody gotta open up a club, a hookah lounge. This man, it's just not meant for him um to have a business. Side note, I was very confused by that woman standing out there because I thought she looked crazy as hell. I didn't, but I know this is new age journalism that just had thrown me off. But also kudos to you for calling her a young woman because
No, thank you. You will
I
not.
said it.
You won't ruin my professional relationships. Thank you. All right. Now, looks like nobody was out there doing the due diligence and getting the tea. So thanks to her, I guess
I
he
guess
owes.
yes. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, he has to pay over $2 million in restitution as well. Allegedly, that's not the full sentence that he could have gotten for these, deeds that he conducted allegedly. And so I think, considering he may have gotten off pretty well, considering how much it was that he probably took.
Has he had any successful business? Like, and I'm saying that not even
Cynthia,
shade. Okay.
he was in the business of Cynthia for quite some time.
He was.
And they,
yeah. So was it that he wasn't paying his taxes and he wasn't paying payroll? Was that what it was?
It sounds like to me, from what I was able to decipher, he actually was, like, instead of the withholding for the company, I guess, routing directly to whatever account, it was going to another account that he was taking the money from. That's what it sounds like. I don't know how possible that is, but you never know. People are saying they're going to send him back to Jamaica.
You have to watch those Jamaicans.
Girl. Let's read some comments before we get into Karen. What did Dolce Delicious say here?
She said, "I'm glad Wendy didn't start a business with him." I'm very glad Wendy didn't start a business with him either. See, look, I said something nice about Wendy.
That's good. Thank you. Yeah, I'm glad Wendy didn't start a business with him either, but didn't Mia say that she had done some business with him allegedly? That's her brother?
I don't think Mia knew that, man.
Well, that's not what the street's saying, allegedly.
I mean, knowing him and sleeping with him are two different things. She probably slept
Okay,
with
well,
him.
yeah, I don't have to know you to sleep with you, because allegedly the streets were saying that there was a threesome with Peter and Mia and somebody else down to the Charlotte. That's what the people saying. Allegedly. I don't know if that's true to you or not. I don't know if that's true.
Probably Jacqueline. Maybe Peter's the father of Jacqueline's baby.
Ugh, you never know with her bosom buddy. What does this comment here say?
My friend worked at his club here, the Stories Child.
Okay.
I believe anyone that has something to say about him not paying them, 100%.
Okay, yeah, well, that was going around for quite some time, that he was allegedly not paying the employees for whatever the reason. And this is what she's saying. This is before Miami, because I believe the Miami restaurant was the one that went like super viral, where the employees weren't getting paid, the food was overpriced, and the restaurant was empty. Because people were going ahead and record in a restaurant when they would go to Miami and stuff like that, child. Hey there, love, love, love. Okay,
Like,
what's
was
this
the
comment
food
here?
even
Dolce?
good? I just feel
Huh?
like this. It'd be one thing to have, like, let's say you're a horrible businessman, horrible practices, but at least let your restaurant be known for something. Like, I never heard anything about the food being good. Like, that to me is more embarrassing. Like, you do all this shit and have no sort of legacy behind it.
Now, the only thing I can honestly say, I've been to bar one. The At bar one, the stuff was overpriced, but it was okay.
Okay.
As far as the drinks is what I'm referring to. The drinks were okay.
Well, I
That's
mean,
all
you
I
can have a
got for
hole in the
y'all.
wall and have a good drink. I don't know. You know what? Whatever. Good luck in jail. He'll have Bravo pen pals to talk to.
Yeah, you probably will, I guess, huh?
How many?
Wow.
To be determined after January 29th.
But yeah, to be determined after God doggone it. I so hate it. I
Mm.
hate it. You know, I hate it.
I know you hate it.
I do hate it. I really do hate it. I really do hate it. And we're going to get into it. So, what we're going to go ahead and do, if I can get everything to get on that act right, is we are going to go ahead and actually watch the Fox 5. I did not. You signed up for semester night, Jay. The Fox 5 um, body cam footage
Mm.
of Karen Huger, and we're going to go ahead and give our little thoughts as we watch. Okay, Jay?
Okay.
All right. In 1 second to pull it up, you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. We're not going to be long before you, but we are going to watch the body cam footage and we'll give our opinions on the whole Karen Huger situation. And then we'll see y'all hopefully next week, child. I haven't had no sleep over this stuff, you know?
This is just unfortunate. So I will say, before I get into dragging her, it's gonna make watching the rest of the season even harder for her, knowing that she was lying and bullshitting through that entire season. And now this has happened. I mean, it's gonna be great for me as a resident hater of Ladom. Sucks to suck. Sucks to be an
Well,
alkie. But
well,
let's
I'm
get
gonna
into
say
the footage.
okay. That's it. Okay, because alcoholism is a disease, so I'm sure diseases do suck. But I don't know her to be an alcoholic, so that's not my journey, and that's not what I'm gonna give the people. What I will say is it for me, cringe and all of that stuff. It needs to be for me. It's also going to be cringe to see Jacqueline and Mia consistently attack her, whether or not they feel like she's being transparent or not. It's not for her to be transparent to them. So for them to go ahead and attack her on something, it is what it is. And anytime they call me a bad mama, I'm gonna step aside from now on. Anytime y'all call her ghetto and say that Mia is loving hip hop, I'm gonna let y'all have it and stop defending her. Anytime y'all say that Jacqueline look like her bus not very long that she used to get off of going back to school, I'm gonna let y'all do it. Anytime y'all say Jacqueline like the type of girl that pick up boogers and eat them, I'm gonna let y'all do y'all big one. Cause one dragon deserves another dragon. And in my opinion, after seeing how serious and severe this is, when they get to the reunion, whether Karen shows up to the reunion or not, which we'll talk about once we watch some of this footage, whether she goes to that reunion or not, I'm judging them and I'm judging them by the way they treat her. You want to know why I'm judging them by the way they treat her? Because this shit that we're about to watch is fucked up.
And that's
And
why I hope that they judge the fuck out of her.
okay, okay,
I
me
will
too.
cheer them on. I will send them a damn
Me
fruit
too.
basket.
I'm not no, because that's tacky. It's very tacky.
Being a two-time DUI recipient
So
is
what?
tacky.
I don't want to hear that shit tonight. You can
See,
say
that's
it,
your
but I'm not
problem. You
going
don't
for it
want to
tonight.
hear it.
Well, you know you can say what you want to say. That's why you're up there. But I'm gonna let you
That's
know.
fine. She
It's not
sent,
gonna go down lightly on my watch. I tell you
she
that.
must have sent you a whole bunch of Ladom fragrance for you to be acting like
It's
this.
not about you know how I am, Jay. It ain't about it
I
being
know.
Karen. It's about it
It's
being
about
anybody.
it's about calling a spade a
I
motherfucking
call a
spade.
spade a fucking spade. I do it all the time. I also don't kick bitches when they down. I don't do
Well,
it.
coming from the main bitch who kicks other people when they're down, Karen Huger, yes,
Does
it's
she
time
kick
that she
them
was
willingly or provoked?
no, always willingly. We all have choices. Ain't nobody provoked
Oh,
her to
girl.
do anything
Oh,
that she did. She chooses to kick people down because she lives in a glass house and now her glass house is shattered.
Okay. Well, let's watch this footage. Do you guys hear an echo?
No.
Okay, perfect. Perfecto. Un momento. All right, you guys, this footage is courtesy of Fox 5 DC.
We're going to do it. No, you're right. Right here, man. Right here. Yeah, we're just going to check you out. Yeah.
First of all, that car is mangled. She's lucky to be alive. And anybody else who may have been traveling on down that road is lucky to be alive as well. That is crazy.
Just check you out in the ambulance.
You want to walk? All right, we'll let you walk. And then we'll...
Yeah, okay. I'll walk.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Just keep going. I know.
Yeah.
You're very nice. Do you need anything? All right, let's get you in the ambulance.
I'm Officer Baxter County Police. Just let you know everything's being video and audio recorded at this point, all right? You can go.
No, it's not okay.
Well, it has to be.
Cut it off now.
I can't. You can go
You
with them.
can.
I'm not.
I'm like this.
Okay, other side. Let's go this way.
Right on this side. Yep. I saw you holding your side. Has anything hurt there?
I said no.
Oh, we're just kidding.
I went,
Okay, ma'am, how are you? Just so you're aware, we all wear cameras, record audio and video, okay?
I don't give a fuck.
Okay. I need to see her driver's license.
Okay.
Karen, okay? Hey, sir, sir, she's not free to leave.
I understand.
Okay.
No, I am. No, Ray, I am.
Get your
I
bag.
am Ray.
Get your bag here.
I'm you. And
Hold
he,
it. Hold it, honey. Hold it.
I didn't do this. They
Huh?
did it. And no.
Okay. I don't know what this is.
Watch out, there's some barf on it there.
Great.
There's some throw up on it there.
Remember?
I think
You remember how to
Okay, ma'am, can you get your driver's license for us, please?
No, you cannot.
Okay,
You ready?
Karen. Okay. Let me ask you a
She's
question.
not free to leave. Okay?
I understand this.
And
Okay. So,
what
so
do
you're
you
saying
need to know? What do you need
Hold
to
on,
know,
hold on.
sir?
Let me answer his questions. And
No, I am
no,
the person that was
no.
driving.
Okay, you were the
I
person
know
that was
what
driving. I understand that, but I need your driver's license. Can you get me your driver's license?
No.
please? Okay, why?
No, because I can't find it.
What?
Listen,
is it?
darling.
I'll look for it.
Okay.
No,
Right,
right.
ma'am,
Karen,
can you stop?
Karen,
Can you stop?
you
for
were
me,
in an
please?
accident. Baby. There's no way to get around that.
Okay.
Ray, they drove me off the road there.
Who drove you? The people, somebody?
Yes.
Oh,
And
okay.
that was not my
Where,
fault.
ma'am? Where are you?
My heart is breaking at this moment, y'all. Jay, I know how you feel, but I just to see Ray and her going, my heart right now is just really, 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 really heavy. It's not about it being Karen. It's not about it being Dom, her being my favorite on the show. This could be anybody. This could be Robin and Juan. This could be Jacqueline and Mia.
Anybody. No, this could not be anybody. Don't.
Well,
even
it could be anybody for me.
No.
For me,
Okay, it could be anybody.
I'm speaking for my square.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So let me get my
Let's go
thought
with
out.
that.
This could be anybody for me, and I would feel the same way. Now, please.
Okay, let's go with that. This could be anybody. And I'm going to be very clear. A DUI can absolutely happen to anybody. However, we know that this is her second DUI, number one. So I'm not going to pretend like I don't know that information. Number two, look at how combative she's already started in this video. This is a woman who is extremely entitled. Number one. That's number two. So then let's go back to this bullshit ass statement that she puts out using her parents, using her grief, and there's not a bit of fucking grief in this video.
You don't know that.
You've been crying and just all over the road and tore up, you would see her face would be puffy because we've seen her cry. This is an entitled, mean ass drunk who, as you'll see in the rest of the video, throws around that, do you know who I am? Andy Cohen, Real Housewives of Potomac. This is a bitch who's been coddled by Ray and by everyone else in her life. I don't have an ounce of fucking sympathy for her.
That's you and your square. I highly disagree. I do agree that she comes off entitled. I do agree that she comes off drunk as a skunk. I do agree that she was drunk in the moment, or loose, or whatever you want to call it in the moment. But who are you to say that because she didn't cry, she wasn't grieving?
I'm not saying that she wasn't grieving, but the fact that
But
was
you just said that this does not
what I'm
look
saying is
like
that
a
was the
person.
crux of her statement, correct? That
You
was
said
the
what?
crux of her statement. When she released it, it was focused
Yes,
just on her parents and a horrible
I
time.
believe that.
No,
I believe
no.
that. I believe that. I believe wherever she was at, she was down on her luck, back against the wind, trying to make it, no way to win. I believe that highly. And I believe that influenced the bad decisions. However, that does not excuse her bad decisions.
No, I'm sorry. This is just human behavior. If you are that upset and that inconsolable without grief, you're not going to just switch it off. And if you can, that means that you have a fucking mental disorder.
We don't know that to be true, but what we do know is, what I think is, this just the second time she's been caught. Now that's what I think.
Exactly. So
I think this is only the second time she's been caught.
And shame on her for using her goddamn parents like this. Actually, shame on her for that. Fuck this bitch.
I don't know if I wholeheartedly agree. I don't know if I wholeheartedly agree. I don't know if I wholeheartedly agree, because this stuff happens to people.
She didn't have to say anything, but that is her ego. Ego is a motherfucker.
When you say she didn't have to say anything, you mean like say anything in that moment, or say anything about...
I'm not talking about what we're going to see in the body cam footage. I'm talking about releasing her statement, adding all the extra sauce on there, trying to get in front of a narrative, knowing it was a goddamn lie. Only a narcissistic person acts like that. Karen has been a narcissist since season 1, and I've been on her neck because, yes,
I'd venture to say, in order to be on Real Housewives, you have to be somewhat narcissistic.
There are levels to narcissism. And the reality is,
a narcissist in my book.
This would not even be out here if she wasn't so ego-driven and thought that she could go to trial. This would never even seen the light of public consumption. And I'm sure people told her around her to not do that. Ultimately, she was the one who had to make the call. Say, hey, look, I know I'm a drunk bitch, but I want to take this to trial because I'm the grand dame, and I'm sure public opinion may go in my favor. That's a narcissistic
That's not,
person.
I don't really think that's what that was. I really feel that she thought that because they did not Miranda her, they were going to throw it out, because that happens a lot. Like we mentioned yesterday on Happy Hour, a lot of police officers, according to all of the law enforcement that I've spoken to surrounding this, do not know how to properly administer DWIs and DUI. Unfortunately for her, that was not what was used in testimony. I think at this point and throughout this rest of this footage that we're going to view, we see a person who is so inebriated that they probably did not know what was on that footage. You get what I'm saying? Like, this is like blackout almost. This is like a zombie almost.
Okay, so she's,
you get what I'm saying?
I get that. So she's blackout drunk. She doesn't know what's going on, where she is, all that shit, but she still knows to throw around who the fuck she is and what show she's on, and Andy Cohen, and you're gonna regret
when that's
this.
your identity, and that's who you become to escape a lot of bullshit, maybe.
If I'm blackout drunk, I'm not gonna remember all of that shit. I'm not gonna remember to throw my weight around and act like. And there's a point in this video. There's a point in this video. There's a point in this video when she says,
"Hold on, wait." There's something that people say all the time. Well, if they was doing this, I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't do that. Baby, that's you.
There's a point in this video where she even says, I was not behind the wheel. This is a bitch who's trying to skirt accountability. There's a point when she says, I wasn't driving. It's a very quick point, but she said that this is a lying ass woman.
She needs to be accountable to who? You?
She needs to be accountable to everyone, to the law.
She needs to be accountable for herself and those who matter.
And to the law enforcement whose resources she is wasting.
That would be somebody who matters.
Trial.
That would be someone who matters.
Accountable to
those who matter. We don't matter.
She knows that. Okay, fine. Then she needs to be charged and fined for all this shit.
She has been charged and fined for all of this shit, I believe.
And she needs to get fined for more.
Baby, once you do once you pay your debt to society, the debt has been paid.
Well,
We'll
talk
find out on
about it
January
DUI
29th
number 3.
what her debt to society will be. I
Fair.
hope that she pays it. I hope that she is surrounded, because I'm really worried about her at this moment. And let's just watch the rest of it. Let's just watch the rest of it. And before we watch the rest of it, people who feel strongly, everybody feels strongly about something, right? And so that's not an issue with me at all. I think that for me, I just thank God, people not God, and God is God. Because if it was left up to people, bitch, we doomed. Just to be honest, we're just doomed. Like, I feel like nobody feels like people fuck up, whether they choose to make the mistake or it's something that just happens. People fuck up, and people deserve grace once they've gone ahead and done what they need to do to restore themselves. This is a step in the progress. I do think that she thought she was going to get it thrown off because she claimed that they did Miranda her, and I really don't think she thought it was going to go to trial. I really don't think that. At least I hope that she does not think that. And I do think that what she does need to do is get rid of that attorney, because there was a statement that they stand, they hope the appeal is, baby, let her do her thing and move the hell on, and you stay the hell away from her. Whoever's in her camp, get him away from her a fucking sap.
So to your point, I say this. Yes, Karen is clearly going through a lot. She has a lot of issues that she needs to work on. However, it's everything that she has done since then, which is why I cannot respect her. Because if she really said, hey, look, this is my second, third, fourth, fifth time getting fucked up and I've gotten caught, maybe I need to do some work on me off camera, not going back to my show, not collecting a check, not trying to sway public opinion over a goddamn lie. That's a bitch who's had time to sober up, to reflect. Clearly, this is not his first time dealing with her in this state. She knows what the hell she's put her friends and family through. And she still decided to say, you know what? I'm going to show up to my cushy job. I'm going to lie. I'm going to gaslight all the people around me, whether if they're friends, if they're coworkers, if there's something in the middle. That is a woman who knows exactly what the fuck she's doing. And
you know who that sound like you're talking about?
Like who?
Robin fucking Dixon, when she lied to us.
Did Robin almost kill
let's
anyone?
play the video.
No,
let's play the video.
No. This is not comparable to Robin, because Robin.
Wait, you say what?
This is not comparable to Robin, because Robin.
Well, it's not. Well, hold on. Wait. No. Let me be clear.
No. Hold on.
No, wait. Let me be clear.
I'm
not comparing this situation to
that
Robin.
Her name shouldn't even be brought up. Until Robin is on trial for DUI,
showing up to a cushy ass job, lying to people every fucking season about who they were and what they were going through. That's why I compared it. But the situations are not comparable. And so I don't think that you're spreading that narrative, but I don't want anybody who does not regularly watch this channel to think that that's the narrative, because it's not.
I'm telling you, that's what it is over here in this square.
Okay, well, what I'm telling you, what are you in your square? Are you saying that I'm attempting to compare the two?
I'm saying Robin's name shouldn't be brought up right now.
I brought it up because I fucking wanted to. You talking about a bitch coming to a job every day.
I'm talking about a two-time DUI alcoholic bitch.
About Robin. That's what I said.
I'm only talking about
Robin did the same fucking thing. She lied, and it was deceitful, and it was all of the above that you said. It is not comparable compared to the chaos that Karen chose, and when she chose to get behind the wheel after she knew she was fucked up, right or wrong, and that's irresponsible, and she deserves some discipline for the bullshit that she put everybody fucking through. You are absolutely correct. But did Robin also carry her big wide shoulder ass down to the thing and lie about her nigga too? Absolutely. Let's watch the footage.
Sure didn't.
Sure did.
Not.
Sure did.
Hey.
Sure did.
We're sure everything's being video and audio recorded at this point, all right? You can go.
No, it's not okay.
Well, it has to be.
Cut it off now.
I can't. You can go with them.
You can.
I'm not.
I'm like this.
Right on this side. Yep. That's all you hold in your side. Has anything hurt there?
I said no.
I was just
Okay, ma'am. How are you? Just so you're aware, we all wear cameras record audio and video, okay?
I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
Karen,
I need
don't
to
say
see her
anything.
driver's license.
Okay.
No.
Karen,
Okay.
hold on.
Hey, sir, sir, she's not free to leave.
I understand.
Okay.
No, I am. No, Ray, I am.
Put your
I
bag-
am, Ray.
Get your
I'm
bag
you.
here.
I'm you. And
Hold
he-
it. Hold it, honey. Hold it.
I didn't do this. They
Huh?
did. And no.
Okay. I don't know what this is.
Watch out, there's some barf on it there.
Great.
There's some throw up on it there.
Remember?
I think
You remember how to
Okay, ma'am, can you get your driver's license for us, please?
No,
Huh?
you cannot.
Okay.
You ready?
Karen. Okay. Let me ask you a
She's
question.
not free to leave. Okay?
I understand this.
I need to talk to
And
her.
Okay. So
what
so
do
you're
you
saying
need to know? What do you need
Hold
to
on, hold
know,
on.
sir?
Let me answer his questions. And then
No,
I'll-
I am the
no,
person that was
no.
driving.
Okay, you were the
I
person
know
that was
how-
driving. I understand that, but I need your driver's license. Can you get me your driver's license, please?
No.
Okay, why?
No, because I can't find it.
What?
Listen,
is it?
darling.
I'll look for it.
Okay.
No,
Right,
right.
ma'am,
Karen,
can you stop?
Karen,
Can you stop?
you
for
were
me,
in an
please?
accident, baby. There's no way to get around that.
Okay.
Ray, they drove me off the road there.
Who drove you? The people, somebody?
Yes.
Oh.
And
Okay.
that was not my
Where,
fault.
ma'am? Where are you coming from? Let's start with that.
Where's your point?
Where are you driving from?
Why are you interviewing me?
Because you were in an accident and you appear to be impaired.
Well, I'm not. No, I appear, but
Okay,
I'm not.
that's right. That's
Are
why
you
I'm.
ready,
That's why I'm
honey?
asking
You
questions.
ready?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay, no, ma'am,
Wouldn't
you're not
touch
free
me.
to leave.
Honey,
You are not free to leave.
you can't go until we answer some
You
questions.
answer the question.
I'll answer the question.
You leave
Okay,
me
then
alone.
you stay
Okay.
right there then.
But you-
Okay, for me.
Don't
okay?
touch me.
All right, don't
Okay.
go anywhere then.
Don't touch me.
Karen, please.
Don't touch me.
I'm not touching you.
Listen.
You good?
I'm good.
You have it?
I'm good, but
You answer.
I will help you answer the questions. Okay.
Where is she coming from?
Okay. She was visiting a friend. I guess David called. I guess,
She's
Yeah.
okay.
I'm
Yeah,
Karen.
okay.
Montgomery County
I,
Police.
I would rather.
I don't like it.
Okay.
So
I'd rather
it's
her
okay.
not do a lot of talking at this point,
Would you
anyhow,
like to do
because
that?
she's probably a little bit upset
Well, I'm
after
shook. I'm
the
shook.
thing. So she's.
Can I ask you where you're coming from
Yourself.
tonight?
She
Ma'am.
said she was coming from a friend's house.
Okay. Which way were you driving on Oakland?
Where you have it?
You had to
Were you
come.
coming from Bradley?
You have it?
I'll take a look.
Yes.
You're coming from Bradley?
Well, wait. Wait, you see it? Yes. Thank you.
You were driving on Bradley or from Bradley? Do you remember the accident?
Yes.
Okay. What happened?
Actually, nothing really. Breaking me.
Yeah, it's just that somebody ran you off the road.
They did.
Someone ran you off the road? Okay.
Yeah.
Do you remember that vehicle at all?
No.
No, you don't? Okay.
Wait.
You don't-
wait. Listen.
I understand. It's dark out here. Yeah.
Are you okay?
Let me ask you.
He's okay. He's
I'm
doing
looking
fine.
for your license.
No,
Ma'am,
Ray, we
hold
don't
it.
need him to do anything.
Karen, hold it. I'm
Karen,
looking for your license, baby.
how much you drink tonight?
I'll give you my license if you
No,
want.
I was out, but I'm good.
How much you had to drink? That's my
Are you
question.
See if your license is in here.
As soon as we catch fire.
Not yet.
Bowles probably already put one on. He's writing. Bowles is working on the acres report, so it's probably on there. If not, just have him at it.
Yeah. Red wine.
Make sure he doesn't have it already.
I think Bowles does.
Somebody have the license?
I think so.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, I think Bowles. One of my.
All right,
But
I'll check.
Can you answer everything
Okay,
for me
okay.
first?
Right.
Thank you, God.
No, Edward too. Karen, how much you
No,
drink
I'm
tonight?
gonna talk to my husband.
Okay. Can I talk
to
with?
my husband.
Talk.
Yeah.
I can't talk to your husband. He's not really involved in
Okay.
this incident.
Yeah.
He can help me translate or get
No,
you to
he
cooperate.
is. He is.
Okay.
He is. You're okay.
How much you drink tonight? How much alcohol?
Ray, are you good?
I'm good. I'm just saying, they're assuming that you had more than you should have,
Yeah.
and I'm assuming that you had like a couple of beers or something
Yes,
like
that's
that.
all I had.
But
Okay.
You had a couple of beers.
So, what's that?
that's my
Okay.
assumption.
Okay.
I don't know for
So-
sure. I wasn't with her.
Okay. I know. That's why I'm trying to communicate with her.
Yeah.
What kind of beer did you drink?
Ray, were we good? Sweetheart?
Yeah. I don't see your license here.
I think one of my.
Somebody got him.
Yeah, I
Somebody
think my
got it
coworker has.
because the
All
bag
right.
was right there.
Yeah.
All right. So,
We needed to write an accident report.
Okay.
it's okay.
So-
So, Ray, darling, what
Yes.
did you say?
I'm saying that you probably had a couple of beers
Yes.
and you're coming back.
Yeah.
And you said that you got run off the road.
I
guess
did.
Did you hit the tree here or something?
It looks like she hit the center median, came across the median, and then hit this tree as well,
Okay,
or one of the.
Dark, hit the median, hit the tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, can you pick my purse up, guys?
It doesn't take much.
No, it does not. Sweetheart, can you speak to me, please?
Okay.
Hey, your car's on fire. Your car's on fire. Get away from your car.
My car?
Still smoking?
No, it's on fire. All right. So, do you remember what kind of beer you had?
No, it's not intoxication. It's beer.
Okay, but I got an investigation. I got to conduct.
She
I
has
understand
some
Go ahead,
questions.
Rob.
So,
Yeah. Okay.
what kind of beer did you drink? Was it the
Stella?
So, okay. Where at?
I think I sent it on my phone to my husband. I always do.
Your location or where you
Yeah.
were?
Wait. My car's...
No, don't. It's on fire. But don't go.
Karen,
Your car is on fire. You're not going over there.
Wait, can you go there?
get what?
Let the firefighters
Put
do.
it out.
Let the firefighters, and we'll get you whatever you need. Okay. I'm guessing that's your cell phone ringing.
Is that the phone?
Probably. It's on the passenger floor, but don't go over there right now.
Okay.
All right.
Where's your point?
My
Okay.
point is, I have an investigation to do as a police officer.
I
Okay.
respect
Karen,
that.
yeah, let them do this investigation.
Okay.
You had an accident, just thank God you're not hurt bad or anything like that.
Can I
And
conduct some
we-
field sobriety on you, ma'am?
And we make the
No,
best
sir.
of it.
No.
You cannot.
All right.
Yeah.
Are we good?
I think we could be good. We had an accident. You probably did have a couple of beers. You didn't see the median.
No, I didn't drive
And-
the car either. And
Oh,
for them
I-
to stop. How loud? It was
huh?
incredible. The security you hired for me. But
So
my husband.
was he?
No.
Was he here?
I will talk to my
You can talk to him, but you're not going anywhere.
I know what you will not do is tell me what I can't do.
All right, I want to play
Karen,
shot.
don't, please. Don't.
Are you doing that?
Yep.
They,
Why?
because
Well, because you're intoxicated.
Why don't you own apartment buildings? Seriously, why don't you own these big apartment buildings? And I get it. You might be thinking right now, well, Tyler, my word, it's because I don't have millions and millions and millions of dollars sitting in a bank account. That's why, right? But just for a second, I want to challenge you to think bigger than you've ever thought before. Because despite this common belief that people cannot own these things, I'm going to tell you right now, it does not matter how much money you have, how old or young you are. Anybody can buy an apartment complex. And I'm going to show you right now how to do that, okay? Let's dive in. First,
My name is Karen. Can I have a tissue? I might have.
I don't have a tissue now.
Oh
I
my
do
God.
not carry tissues in my police car. But there will be.
God is
I will
good.
get you tissues.
No, I don't need it. I'm not going to be very long, but I thank you for tonight. This has been good for my marriage, though.
Okay.
Do you know my husband?
I do not know your husband. I only
No, my husband has never shoot at.
What?
I'm married 28 years. I think
Very
he
nice.
died. Oh, this is the most stunning thing I've ever done. I hear him really. I should have probably taken a cab.
You probably should have taken a cab, yes.
Just very briefly, make sure that y'all contact that man on that ad if y'all want to buy an apartment building. Okay, go ahead.
Thank you.
We're in Uber.
But I'm very rich. And sometimes they don't pay attention to you. Are you married?
I am.
You don't say married.
What's that?
You love her?
Yes.
I don't know how to love it. When you Google me, you're going to be so ashamed of yourself. I'm bad as fuck. I don't think I did anything bad except the driver.
Are you in Sidora?
I'm just pretty. I have to bleed in my nose too in a minute. I always bleed. Can you give me a tissue?
I don't have tissues in my police car, man. We will be at the station.
No, I'm a slave on this door. I just bought my slave plantation. I just wouldn't fuck with me. He loves me, by the way. He's not gonna let nothing touch me better than me. He's 600 million. He ain't bad.
He's what?
He's 600 million. He's not gonna let nothing touch me, but I don't want to be him. I want to be me.
Yeah.
So
You can always be your own self.
you have no idea. I didn't mean to do it this way. This is interesting though. You know my hands are cuffed behind me. I'm not really sexy. So God is good. I move with a mighty love and saving grace. And I don't know what I'm supposed to say to you. Everyone thinks I'm the greatest person in the world. So I can do this. Do you know who I am?
I do not.
You do?
I do not.
Well, I'm the real hustler at the time. They call me the grind dollar. I am 750 million debt free. And the man that you saw with me, I've been married to him for
28 years.
yeah. I love him. I'm surprised he showed up.
Well, I mean, that's a good husband to show up when your wife's.
No, I don't need anybody. I'm sorry.
Yeah, her and Ray definitely going through some shit at their house, and yeah. Oh, I also want to offer Ray an apology because I blamed him for that, but obviously it was nothing Ray was going to be able to do or say when he arrived. It was too far gone. She had fucked up big time. She really, really uh, is irresponsible for what she did, and some of it is comical just to listen because she's drunk and watch. Of course, you know she got the season one forehead going. She got that season three Candace picnic volleyball thing head going, but ultimately, this situation is gross. And I don't condone what she did, but I want to be very clear, you guys, the type of bitch I am. Not saying that any of this happens on any other staff or with any of my viewers, but if Jay was to do something that was deemed wrong or whatever, I may not agree with Jay. I may not condone what he did, but I'm not going to leave him hanging. I don't walk away from people. I don't do that because I have fucked up. I've had things happen to me beyond my control that I didn't even do. And I wanted people in my corner to just help me. They ain't have to tell me I was right because I don't want no yes man in my motherfucking corner. Me personally, I can't speak for Karen, but me personally, I don't need yes man in my corner. I could have had anybody up here who would have agreed with me. Jay don't agree with me on this, and that's all right. And me and him gonna probably yell at each other a little bit more tonight, and that's all right because I love Jay and I fuck with Jay. I've known Jay a very long time, but just because we have a difference of opinion on this, I'm not going to abandon Jay, and I hope he don't abandon me because that's the kind of bitch I am. Okay, and so just because you support someone doesn't mean you condone what they do, and just because uh, things are bad, it does not mean that you can't stand with somebody and help them get back up. And so that's the kind of bitch I am. I don't know Karen Hugo from a can of paint. It ain't about me being a Ladam. It's about who I am as a person. That's just something that that I am. That's just who I am as a person. I know that people have their deal breakers and stuff like that, and they say, "Hey, you did this and you did that." Now, unless you have directly hurt me, I can't fuck with you, right? But if you fuck up in life, I'm gonna be there for you while telling you what's right and what's wrong. And if I fuck up in life, I hope people who say they love me, who say they care about me, who say they want the best for me, they see that I am down on my luck, back against the wind, trying to make it no way to win, and they don't leave me. And so that's the kind of bitch I am. I'm sorry. I've been watching all of this. This is fucked up. I don't want nobody to think that I don't see what's happening, that I'm not hearing what's happening. The fucking car was on fire. It's Stella's everywhere. She lying on the show. She lying. She doing this. Doing this, doing this, doing this, doing that, doing this, doing that, doing that. And at no point, right, did anybody, well, I hope at no point did anybody think Karen Hugo was perfect and think that she was not pushing a line of bullshit a lot of the times when she was talking because she does, you know, hold herself center court. And when you center court, all the time, and you ain't never did nothing wrong to nobody, and you ain't never did nothing wrong in your life, and you ain't never had no shortcomings, you just perfect Patty, that's a line of bull fucking shit. Most especially when you're a real housewife. They don't pick perfect patties, baby. They don't. Okay. So for anyone to think that certain things were not the case when they absolutely were. Nobody, I don't think anybody discounted. Well, I know for me, I never felt like Sharice was lying on her. But guess what? I didn't give a fuck because it came from a nasty place. I liked her because I liked her. And nothing that you personally were going to say was going to get me to not like her because that's what a bitch do who can't take you. What they go ahead and do is they throw all your dirt out there in an effort to sway public opinion when you can look at Karen Huger, listen to what she's saying, and make that decision yourself. You don't need anybody help to like Karen or dislike Karen. Karen fucked up. I hope that she shows up to the reunion and because she owes that to the fans. And I hope that she goes ahead and she takes her sentence on the 29th, whatever it is. I hope she does whatever they ask her to do. I hope she does it well. And I hope that she seeks grief counseling. I hope that she seeks therapy. And I hope that she seeks some fucking help because she needs it. But also, we say there's clearly stuff going on here. And that's just my take, Jay. If you want to add anything before we watch a little bit more of it and then we call it a night, then please. Do you have anything you want to add just right now or you want to keep watching?
Do, because this oversimplification of this whole situation and this like reduction to, we fall down, we get up. No, this isn't a Donnie McClurkin song, okay? This woman comes from a place of arrogance, entitlement, rudeness, contempt for others. This speaks to who she is at her core. This personality didn't just pop up overnight. This speaks to who she is, and who she is coming out when she's drunk. Yeah, I think it's fine that Karen really genuinely does have an issue and she needs help. This is not someone who is even remorseful in the least. And that's where I had the issue. And also, this is her second DUI. We are not going to sweep that under the table. And if it's to believe what Sharice has said in the past, she's been to rehab. So let's say that, and we don't know that to be true, but let's say she has been to rehab. She's had one DUI already. She continues to get behind the wheel and drive drunk. She continues to have no regard for anyone else. She continues to go on this fake ass, I'm the victim, this really wasn't what happened tour. When you continue to do all that and the signs have been there and you are not concerned with improving who you are for those around you, that's a bitch I will never fuck with, because this is not someone who does not have all her faculties. Yes, she is pissy drunk here, but she knows exactly who she is. She knows that she's been in this situation before. She thinks that she can get out of it, and she thinks that she can just go back to the same facade of hoity-toity bullshit. Absolutely the fuck not. That's all.
Okay. I think you being a little harsh, in my opinion, but you are well entitled to yours. What I will say is, if all of those things are true after this whole entire situation plays itself out, and she is still all of those things you said, I'll re-examine it then. But sometimes you got to hit the rock bottom
twice
to change. So
how many DUI?
I don't know what her rock bottom
more
is.
Than one DUI to really change? Like,
well, how long ago was that, Jay?
2006, and she was still a grown
so
woman.
Almost 20 years ago.
And does it take 20 years again to realize, hey, I shouldn't possibly endanger my life and someone else's?
Not for you, but for some people, it is deeper than that. Some people, it's bigger than that. It's bigger than that.
Then she should take some accountability. Some people, if it is bigger, and it clearly is bigger, at some point, it is
bigger than that.
But at some point, she has to want to change herself.
Well, I'm willing to ride this out to see if that's what she wants to do. You ain't got to ride it out. I am.
What are we riding this out for? More lies?
I'm riding it out to see if after everything that has happened, after whatever they sentence her to, I want to see if her attitude has changed about the situation. I want to see if she's going to become an activist about the situation. I want to see if she's going to make her pain her purpose. I want to see if she's going to change in regards to the way that she moves, because the best apology is change behavior.
Would you
not being
expect?
accountable
Would
in
you
the way that
extend
we
this grace
want
to anyone
people to
else?
be. I'm just saying.
Would you extend this grace to anyone else? Would you have this?
Absolutely.
Oh no.
Absolutely.
We gotta cut the bullshit here.
One thing about me, I ain't gonna get up here and bullshit nobody on my channel, baby. That's not what I'm gonna do. I ain't never bullshit you in the 5 years that I've known you, and I ain't gonna start now, Diva. I'm not gonna do that.
So why these
I would
kitty gloves?
absolutely give people the same amount of grace.
Gloves for her? This is what I do not understand. This is a mean, nasty, vindictive, vile woman.
Everybody is.
Now all of a sudden we just need to like put her on the therapy couch, rub her head, pull her wig forward, hug her, tell her everything's all right. Oh, you made a bad mistake. No,
I want somebody to do that for me.
61-year-old woman who has had 61 years to know that this is not right. And let's not forget in her.
So then, hold on, Jay.
No, hold on. Let's not forget in her confessional season 2 or 3, when she mentioned her previous incident, she was adamant about, I learned my lesson. I wouldn't do that again. She sat in that chair.
Hold up. Whoever in them comments saying Chase, that's cap, bring your ass up here and say it to my face and prove it, because you can't. Now, thank you. Go ahead. Y'all know I'm not the one. So if you're going to say it, come up here and get this love tapping, and I'll see you next week, because that's how we roll. But if you say anything about me, you got to back it up, divas. That's cap. It's not cap. I'm sorry, it's not. Go ahead, Jay. I just want to address that.
Okay. And listen, that's fine. But the fact that this woman has still, whether I don't care if it's a TV show or not, she sat there and said, I've learned my lesson. That is something I would never do just to do it again. That's a bitch who thinks that nothing applies to her.
I don't think that's the case, Jay.
At some point, I'd rather you shut up and say nothing than to continue to dig a bigger hole for yourself. But when your ego is that big, when you are that much of a narcissist, you're unable to do that. And that is really the core here. It's not even the drink. I mean, yes, the drinking and driving is bad. She has a true personality disorder.
According to who, you?
I'm telling her that she has a disorder. I don't need to be I don't need to be her psychiatrist.
No, you don't.
Every time she shows up on the fucking screen. And again, if you want to continue to put these kid gloves on with her, and you can try to pretend that if this was somebody else, so you might not have liked as much, that you would have been giving this much grace, you certainly would not.
I give grace to every. Let me tell you one thing about me, okay? I'm the kind of bitch that I want to be treated a certain type of way. So if I want grace, I gotta extend it no matter who you are. I ain't got to like you to give you grace. You fucked up. How are we gonna fix it?
Does she extend grace to other people? When
you said something about her being 61 and knowing at a big 61 age that she shouldn't do this, and it almost being 20 years removed from the last one, I'd venture to say that if that's the case, maybe it's deep. It feels like it's a disease to me, and she needs to get treatment for it. And that's what I do.
When does Karen extend grace to people?
I don't care about that. I'm talking about me.
So you want to extend grace to someone who doesn't extend grace to anybody else in her fucking life?
Who is she extending grace to?
She doesn't extend grace because, again, this is part of who she is as a person.
Who hasn't she extended grace to?
You watch the show.
No answer. We got to call them and let call up.
Yeah.
Hey, Diva.
Hi, guys. Is it me?
Yeah. Hey, Katie. Is it Katie? Production, remove the comment for me, please. I don't care nothing about that shit. Get it off the screen. Thank you. Don't put nothing up. That's not, hold on, excuse me. Don't put nothing up. That's not going according to the show. All that other stuff is bullshit. Take it down. Thank you. I'm going to take you down too. And I'm not playing with you.
I'm screaming.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. Hey, Katie, how are you?
I'm great. How are you guys? Good night, good night, good night.
Hey, how are you? What's the tea?
Okay, so I've been listening. And first and foremost, I think, Jay, you're a little bit not hearing Chase. And
I'm hearing him. No, don't tell me what I'm not hearing. Continue. Don't tell me what I'm not hearing. Baby, don't tell me what I'm not hearing. Because we
Let's rephrase it like this. Let's rephrase it like this, Katie and Jay. Let's rephrase it like this. Maybe she means, are you hearing what Chase is saying?
Okay, are you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Don't tell me what I'm
not hearing. Come on now. Come on now.
Wait. No, ain't no motherfucker ever gonna tell me what I'm not hearing.
Okay, all right. Wait now. Okay, all right.
God.
All right.
Anyway, though.
Okay.
Are you hearing Chase? Because I think
Yes,
from
I
my
am.
wait, hold on. From my perspective and what most people are saying in the comments, I think in some aspects based off your reply, it's feeling like, because I'm agreeing with you more than I'm disagreeing with you, Jay. But I think in regards of your responses to Chase, you're more so thinking he's saying like this is okay because we like Karen, we're giving her a slap on the wrist, we're not being harsh, blah blah blah. But from what I'm hearing from Chase's voice is Karen messed up. And I also feel the same way. Karen messed up. Her ego got to her, even in the front seat car ride to the police station. She made several mistakes, clearly. Even before, again, this is her second DUI. She's an adult. And she's not on the show telling the truth in the aspect of like just simply saying, hey guys, I can't say much about what's going on, but just know I'm dealing with it. Versus she's obviously saying, I'm innocent, blah, 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 which goes to where I agree with you, Jay. That's why I'm asking you,
Yeah,
are you even
I am
listening to
hearing.
are
Okay,
you
so
listening to Chase? Because he's
I am
not
hearing what Chase
excusing.
is saying. I
Hold on.
understand that Chase is
Wait, let
not
me finish. Let
okay.
me finish. Because based off your responses, you're making it seem like we aren't giving Karen like the big lashing that she deserves, but she is getting it. However, this woman is grieving, and there's clearly a problem. Wait, hold on. There's clearly a problem going on with her. And this has nothing to do with what she did wrong, because if you and Trace could speak for this, I was very hard on Shannon about her driving drunk, and I've been very hard on Karen driving drunk. However, I think Karen is going through something that you're missing, Jay, in my opinion, where you're not seeing that she has a problem versus her ego is big, she's making excuses, she's lying, blah blah blah. The two things can exist at the same time. She's grieving and she's numbing herself and she's miserable with something in her life as to why she keeps on making bad decisions. To me, it's coming off like Karen's a horrible person. Here she go doing horrible things. And I don't think that's the case. Karen obviously made very bad decisions. I'm not with what she did. She is very lucky to be alive, and she's very lucky to not have hurt somebody else. And she needs to take a moment to fix herself and fix it proper, take accountability, stop the lying, get new counsel, because clearly her lawyer directed her in stupidity, because knowing what we saw that came out between last night and today, any counsel that saw this would definitely tell their client not to go to trial. But to me, Karen comes off very old school, same as Ray, where they think like, oh, my lawyer's telling me to do this. Or even when Ray's looking for the ID and Karen's like, Ray, you talk, versus her and him singing to the police about what she didn't do from what she did do that night. All these things, like they're following exactly what they think they should be doing when like a police officer is around or when a lawyer is around, whatever, instead of just staying silent and then letting it properly play out. To me, Karen was irresponsible AF. She should not have gone on that show and lied. She should not have acted up in that car like she did, talking about I'm the grand dame, I own plantations, blah blah blah. That is where I agree with you, Jay, with the ego part. But I also sympathize with her too, because she is grieving and she's numbing herself. And there's nobody to tell her, slow down, you're going down the wrong road. And clearly this has been something she's had an issue with, because her castmates have mentioned that she's had a drinking problem. And I think that's what you're not seeing is the
Oh no.
grieving. Wait, hold on. Is the
All right, so
grieving
listen up.
part
State Farm
where
was trying
she
to.
is the grieving part where she is numbing herself, which is implicating a lot of these bad decisions. You're giving her zero grace when I feel like she at least deserves 5% grace. And again, I'm not disagreeing with you on being, being held accountable, but I think you're just wanting to nail her to the coffin versus understanding there's two things that is existing at the same time. And I think that's what Chase keeps on saying, but you're making it seem like he's not even giving her accountability.
Okay. So are you finished?
Yeah, you could go ahead.
Okay. So if y'all don't miss me with this grief bullshit, Giselle lost her father. She didn't have a DUI. So yes, grief is not linear. We all choose to grieve in different ways. Sure, I can agree with that. I've lost people, and how I may grieve may not be how anyone else would choose to grieve. How the fuck ever. This is not her first time at the rodeo. Yes, you can grieve. You can also know that me being behind a wheel is number one illegal.
Who let her down?
Someone smart.
No, don't, Jay.
Look, I don't want to hear this grief excuse, but let's say she is grieving. She had months to say, you know what, this isn't the thing for me. Maybe I don't need to come back. Or, you know what, I come back, I can't talk about it. Cool. Maybe I don't go on. Maybe I don't release statements. Maybe I don't continue to double down. I don't give a fuck about her grief. I give a fuck about the fact that she is very self-centered, very self-serving, and all of that is coming out in this footage.
Jay, I'm gonna just say something to you.
Grief off the motherfucking table. This is
I'm not taking it.
Now, great. We don't know what she was doing back when she had her first DUI, but her parents were living. So
I'm gonna tell you this, Jay. What it feel like to me, and I'm just gonna keep it 100 with you, ain't never liked the bitch, no way. And that's what it feel like.
I don't care if I didn't like her.
That's what it feel like to me.
I don't like her, and I would absolutely be giving her grace if she was not a repeat offender, and if she was not someone who continued to show no accountability.
People may want the same mistake twice.
And then said, but you make the same mistake twice, but you say you learn your lesson. You say you understand the seriousness
of it. Fuck up.
Okay,
that's
so
the caveat you missing.
Why? So why lie? Why say anything? Why pretend? Say, "Oh, I've learned my lesson." Don't say anything. If you haven't learned your lesson, shut the fuck up. Because she is so obsessed with image. I don't care if I like her or not. I don't care if I like her or not.
I feel like it's a little bit of that in there too.
It's not. I can feel.
Well, I apologize.
Please don't ever speak on what I'm feeling, ever.
Now wait a minute. Hold up, swole up. Hold up.
Because I'm telling you, look.
Okay, but did I just not apologize?
This is not about Karen.
Wait a minute. I know, but did I just not apologize?
Yes, and I appreciate it.
Okay, all right. So
this isn't just for you. This is for
some extra shit. We don't have to do all the extra shit. I just apologized.
And I appreciate it. This
Thank you. And I meant it when I said it.
And I appreciate it.
All right.
Congratulations.
Now, I see, bitch. Katie, and you were disconnected. You wanted to further add.
Y'all just gotta miss me with that.
I don't know what the hell. Okay, something wrong with my connection.
Got to miss me with that grief shit. I'm so sorry.
I ain't, baby. You ain't got to accept it. For this square, that's what the fuck going on.
I'm not talking about you, Chase.
For this square, that's what's going on. Oh, that's me. For this, hey, Dolce Delicious.
Hi.
Thank you for your patience. What's the tea?
Okay, so yesterday I was riding for Karen. But these videos,
they're bad.
They're not good at all. I kind of showed my husband the video and he was like, what kind of car is that? And he thinks her car is just too advanced for her and her condition, quote unquote. But that doesn't give her excuse. Okay. So we're not going to excuse her drunk driving at all. I am over the overplayed grief aspect because her parents were well into their 80s and 90s. We are expected to die. That is a perfect time to die when you're older. They weren't in their 50s. Like my mother, I mentioned in the comments, I lost a parent and she lost her parents in 2017. I mean, when does it stop a little bit? Her parents weren't young. And to keep holding on to that, I understand. It looks like she was having a good night out and she lost control of her vehicle. And the good thing is that she has what I would say is her partner. This really shows how Ray steps up as a partner for her. That's how I see that. And I saw him working overtime, trying to get her to stop talking because he said it from the beginning. Stop talking, Karen. Pulled her back. He was trying to give her, it was obvious she was drunk. So that's what he said, beers, because beers are less alcohol. So like the count. So he was coming up with excuses for her. She just would not get out of her own way because why? She was impaired. So I do believe she should get her lashing. She should get it just like Luann did. She should get it just like Shannon did. Who else? Gina, Raggedy Gina from OC. She got it too when
Did
she
we
got.
lash Gina enough? Because she still show up the set looking like that.
I know. Like, can your tracks get hidden? Don't get me started on high body count hair.
Okay, yeah,
But
let's not. Let's not. Kara says
right, right,
thermatique. Okay.
right. So okay, so I expect so much of a woman who is in her 60s to do this. This is
Yeah.
just disheartening. I'm embarrassed for her, and I think she shouldn't have. I don't think a lot of people were saying in the comments her attorney failed her. No, if your client wants to go to trial, you have to take it to trial. And I believe that Karen is so in her own mind thinking that she would have won this. She really thought that she could, on a technicality get out. And sadly, these videos are just going to they're going to make her a laughing stock for a long time.
They're bad.
They're bad. Okay, that's
So,
all I have.
Dolce, I want to ask you a question.
Sure.
So, and I'm going to try to be I'm going to try to be a little bit more objective here.
Okay.
So let's take all this into account. The fact that they knew these videos they knew that they were out there. That probably came up in discovery well before the trial even came.
Right.
What I still am flabbergasted by is that she had a statement prepared immediately after saying that she still is going to be on the hunt for justice. That is what I cannot, and this is why I don't take this grief bullshit. Because this is a woman who is incapable. And at some point, this is not about whether I like it. This is not about the show. This is a woman who is just disgusting. And at her big age, cannot take any sort of accountability. I don't care if the show is airing. I don't care. At some point, this is beyond a show that you're not going to be on for the rest of your life.
Right.
That is a thing for me.
Yeah, I agree with you. I didn't know
I agree
that.
too.
I've been watching the videos back and forth, and I do make light of certain things. This is not a laughing matter at all. Chase, you know that one story I told before, but
Absolutely.
I don't think it was appropriate. She should be working her way into saying more like holistic things if she's trying to win people over. But people, what do they say? Your ego, or what's that one saying talking about your
Pride
ego?
goes before the fall.
Yes, yes. Her pride is so caught up.
It's huge.
Right. What season did Ray say this show was the worst thing that happened? Because remember Ray said that he regretted her being on the show because it kind of exposed them too much.
Was that before or after she paid his taxes off with the money?
I think it was slightly before. I can't remember what season. Yeah. But I don't think he would have got outed on the tax issue if she wasn't on the show.
Oh, nobody would have cared. It happens
right.
every
No
day.
one would have cared. I do believe the show is good and bad for them. But why go to trial with this? And why come up with those statements? Why right afterward? What got me is she kept saying Mother's Day is approaching and I'm grief. This was in March. Mother's Day is May. So right there, I was like, that's BS, So I don't know. I'm disappointed. I had to disconnect myself from the show anyway because of the Giselle, the colorism, and all of that. That was just too much for me. And now this is making it weird because I don't know. Because we know the reason why Mia coming after Karen is just it's not in earnest. So her doing that and watching Karen kind of flounder a little bit, but still get them off her back, which I don't understand. Because if this was RH, if this was Atlanta, it would have went totally different for her. But that's all I have. I know you have a lot.
Thank you, Dolce Delicious. We got some other callers. We're gonna let them up. And Jay, I just want to say, outside of our views on grief and what the timelines is, everybody got their own thing that they feel. Outside of that, I wholeheartedly agree with you on just about everything that you said regarding this situation. But for me, I don't care how many times you fall down, I'm gonna be there to help you get up. That's me. And so I know some people. Who do I hate? Give me somebody I hate.
I understand.
Who is a reality star that I hate that we know?
Melissa Gorga.
Ugh. I hate Melissa Gorga. Oh, you see how my whole body changed? Oh, I hate that woman. But guess what? I'm gonna be honest with you. Unless she throw away my sprinkle cookies and do something to me, if the roles were reversed, and she moved the same way that uh, Karen moved, I would wear her out because I don't like her. But that would be why I would wear her out, because I don't like her, not because of the situation that she found herself in, however many upteenth of time. That's not why I'm coming for her. I'm coming for her because I already don't like the bitch. And
That's
I
fair.
am okay enough to be able to process the two. I ain't never liked her. But am I going to continuously kick her about that situation? Probably not. I'm gonna just kick her anyway because I ain't never liked her to begin
So was
with.
there like an enough is enough? Okay, so I'm gonna say this. If she goes to the reunion or she
Mhm.
does like a sit down with Andy and she shows like true contrition, does not deflect and be like, look, I have a problem, I will 100%. So I will 100% understand. I can extend grace that way. It's
Mhm.
for me, and I hope that she does that. And I don't think that she's entirely incapable of doing that. I think
Mhm.
she largely is. I want her to show contrition. It's for me again what she's done
Mhm.
since March. That
Okay.
is the thing for me.
But you know, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I
All right.
just want. I think people
All
are
right.
have.
Because you used to call me a stupid bitch or something like that. I was like, oh, wait a minute
I
now.
mean, when I say I call
But when
everybody,
you ain't gotta call me no stupid bitch though. Like, oh my God.
I mean, I had a little Dorit in me, but no,
Oh, and I see that's why I had such a visceral reaction because I don't deal well with racism. Hey there, ooh, hey there, hey there, Mel NYC reviews. What's the tea?
Hey Chase, this show tonight is got to be one of the best shows of 2024 on your channel. I've enjoyed it so much.
We
And
thank you.
Jay, say it again?
I said we thank you.
Well, thank you. Thank you for entertaining me tonight because Jay, you know what? You're a rock star. You know, you have the bravery for you to get up here and be cussing and fussing and going off and going crazy. Is absolutely fabulous. I've enjoyed it. Now, mind you,
I don't know what
it's
that says about me, but thank you.
well, you know what? I enjoyed it. Now,
It
for
take a
me,
strong bitch to get up here with me and give it back.
right. Well, I've enjoyed both the things, but he was up here.
Yes.
Listen, I was like, oh, I'll eat my popcorn. This shit was everything. But I was going to say, for me, now I don't like Karen either. After the fight with, I don't like her. That's not my lady.
Okay.
But but the simple fact is, I don't want her crucified. I don't want her crucified. But I will say, you know what, Chase? I do feel bamboozled by her because when I watched the season, the first when she first came in,
Mhm.
when they were eating at that restaurant, but that man came over with that sort of stage, answer that she don't drink or whatever it was. I thought that the storyline this season, I know what I thought. I thought the storyline this season was that it was some kind of miscarriage, some kind of mistake happened, or something happened. She was very vague about it, and I don't like Mia, but I was judging Mia because Karen said it did. It's going to be all cleared up basically. So when I saw that video, I was like, damn, it wasn't giving me the same thing that Robin gave me, when she took it behind the paywall, but I definitely felt bamboozled. I felt very I feel disappointed in Karen. I was scared for her in the video. I wasn't laughing at all. The video was troubling. It was terrible. And I felt very, very sorry for Ray. I felt very sorry for Ray because, I'm not really going to joke about them. He's an older gentleman. He's an older man. And it felt like you were watching your own grandparents dealing with the law enforcement at that time. We live in a very crazy country currently, especially in our community, the African American community. So for them to be in that position because of her judgment, it was terrible, absolutely terrible. And my only thing I want for Karen is not, I don't want her to be put under the prison, but I want her to hopefully, change her ways because we go in 2025, we are going into a whole new world. It's not going to be any tolerance if you're on television or anything for a person to be out there doing what she did. That could be a deadly situation because even her, I felt very sorry for Ray. But I see in the comments too that Luann, that one thing about Luann, she did have that thing on her. She had the electronic thing on her that was filmed during the season. So maybe that might be what's going to happen in January, where they go to the judge, and somehow or another she be on probation for a couple of years with the sort of same treatment Luann got, because Luann had to do the breathalyzer thing every now and then. She had to be monitored. She had to check in with people all the time. So maybe that might be the sentence, might be the judgment that she come back from, in January with. But yeah, I think that it was a lot. It was a lot, but yeah, I'm definitely. That's all I have to say. I have to say, but this has been a good show. I've enjoyed the fire. It's been wonderful, and keep it up. This was really the best show for me. The She on Your Channel. I loved it.
Thank you so much, TK. Oh,
girl,
Mel, don't get me, please, Mel, don't get me.
I'm not getting you.
Mel, don't get me. I'm sorry, Mel. I'm sorry. But
It's a
thank
fun-
you so much. I want to say that that's a high honor that anyone enjoys the content. So I do appreciate that. And thank you for calling in and always being super supportive. I do appreciate it.
You know what? Thank you. I mean, I try to be. You know, I'm real. Yeah, I told you before. I'm very real. I only say what I want to. I don't. You know, so I do mean it. I've enjoyed tonight, and it's been great.
All right. Thank you. All right, child. Hey, who is this?
You know who it is. Can you hear me?
Hey, TKC.
Hey.
Y'all are hyped tonight.
Is that good or bad?
It's okay. Let me just say this, because I come from this from a whole different perspective as someone who has had a friend killed by a drunk driver. And I know I joke and I play a lot, but for me, it's not a joking matter. And I can say I don't like Karen. I really don't. But I love the Shannon, and I don't fuck with Shannon no more, because for me it's a totally different situation than a reality TV star driving drunk. She could have killed somebody. She could have killed herself. And so even if y'all don't give a damn about anybody else, just think she could have killed herself. Since y'all love Karen so much, and she's such this grand dame, and she's above reproach, she could have killed herself. And we wouldn't have to see, we wouldn't see her on television anymore. So I'm baffled by and I felt the same way about Shannon too, because I felt like y'all let Shannon off the hook all because Alexis was on that show. Y'all
Let me
let
ask you
Shannon
a question,
off the hook.
TKC.
You
A
said
legitimate
what?
question. Legitimately. Okay.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Okay, I hear you. I'm never gonna make light of that situation. That is fucked up. And so I want you to know I level with you on that. Everything that Shannon, Luann, and this lady Karen has done to put themselves and others in harm's way is fucked up. Okay. Period. Now, what do you want us to do about it? What would you like?
It is not so much you,
Well, you
because
just said we haven't, like, the people at large haven't held them accountable or let them get off the hook with it. Like, what does it look like for you?
What I'm
That's a
seeing in the
good
chat
question.
and what I'm seeing on social media, it's oh, she lost her mom, oh, she's grieving, oh, she's this and she's that. It's all these excuses. It's it's all these excuses for what?
Yeah.
This lady is literally still lying, trying to do an appeal. She's still deflecting and lying. She hasn't taken any responsibility or accountability for anything. And I don't understand this grace. I couldn't understand the grace after the first incident, but this is the second, and we don't know how much more. This lady is a danger to society.
So TKC,
she is not okay.
TKC, I hear where Chase is coming from. Like, yes, what are we expected to do as viewers of the show and consumers of social media?
And not like we don't want to, but what is it that we should be doing? You know what I mean?
I think the thing for me is Karen. Yeah, like, yes, in this moment, everybody said, "Oh, that's wrong. She shouldn't have done this." But people are going to forget this. And yeah, there's a million other celebrities and famous who've gotten DUIs. I'm not trying to put her in a situation that nobody else has ever been in. My thing is, and I would continue to go back to this. Karen is different than some of these other celebrities who are their lives aren't being followed. They're not continuing to speak about this. They're not, this isn't a part of their story. My thing with her is, since she mentioned her first DUI and lied about, she learned her lesson, all that, we cannot reward a character flaw to this magnitude. And the reward is her being allowed to be on television.
So you want her removed from the show?
I think that it's no longer healthy for her to be full-time. I think
Council
Karen
Potomac, bitch. That's all I got to say.
I think Karen is hilarious. I've never not said that. But she does
no
not.
tea, no shade. Cancel it.
I really do think that her being rewarded for her complete lack of contrition, unacceptable. Because I'm sorry, I'm gonna go back to her saying that she learned a lesson and this being her second DUI that we know of. I know that there's been rumors talking about someone at the court said that there's 3 or 4 not on record. I'm gonna go with 2. But I'm sorry, this at some point you have to leave people where they are if they make no concerted effort to change.
That's my point too.
All right.
At
We got
least
another call in the
Shannon took
back.
some responsibility.
TKC, you want to wrap up your thoughts?
I want to wrap up my thoughts because I gotta call Cap and Chase. I love you. I gotta call Cap. The people in the chat, people on social media. If this were Robin, if this were Giselle, y'all would be eating them alive. Stop the cap. Cut the
I would
cap.
be eating
I'm
them
sorry.
alive like I always eat them alive because I don't
I'm
like them. And
Chase,
I think that is where y'all kind of got me fucked up at. And I just had to say that.
Oh, okay.
The
Chase.
Cap, take it off, put it on, do whatever you want to do with it.
I'm gonna hop back in the chat, okay? But I just had to say
thank
that.
you.
You know, and good night.
All right. Don't unsubscribe. Don't be scared. We got a super chat, and then we're gonna let the caller. Could you read this, Jay, please?
Yes, from SDMAC. Says Karen should have taken a plea and gone to rehab. She needs it. Shannon is still drinking on TV. Putting a breathalyzer in your car is not accountability. Not drinking and driving is accountability.
Now, when you come to Shannon, now she done hit Shannon right. All right, you guys. Latasha, you're up. I never know when to let Latasha up because she be getting it ready in the back. Hey, Latasha, what's the tea? Thank you, SDMAC.
All right.
Wait,
so
what is that about?
What?
What
happened?
No, go ahead, girlfriend.
Oh, so on this today probably only, I'm gonna agree with Jay.
Oh, every
Not
villain
that
has her day.
not that I do not love Karen, because I do, but this was disgusting to see. This whole season, I've been saying we don't know, so that's why she couldn't talk about it. Well, now we know, and it was terrible. So much worse than I thought, because hearing her say, "Oh, it's gonna get cleared up," you're kind of still wanting to give her the benefit of the doubt. I cannot on this at all. I don't know what needs to happen to her, but this was terrible to see. I feel bad for her. Like, I'm not going to put a time limit on anybody's grief, because I am a person who also has lost both parents. It never ends. It's something you live with every single day, and it hits you at different times and the worst times. But also, as someone who's lost both parents, I have never once gotten in my car when I knew I shouldn't have and driven myself somewhere, because you just know yourself. Well, you should know yourself enough to know when enough is enough and when you don't need to be in the car. I don't know. I can't even find a way to say it's never gonna be okay. And unless she really sits down and, thinks about this or figures it out or tells us what's going on, then it's nothing she says can be taken at face value, because we know what we just saw. She knows what we just saw. She saw it before we did, and still continues this thing of, "Oh, it's okay. It's not okay." So that needs to be her first thing, is that no, none of this is okay. I don't know. And how she gets punished, I don't know, because a DUI hasn't stopped Bravo from letting anybody on their shows. So I don't think that's going to be the thing. And I mean, are we just not going to watch because of her? No. Because we said last year, I said last year I was done with this show, no, I'm done. And here I am still watching it. So I don't know what happens. I don't know if the court just needs to do what they do and have her sit down for a little bit, but it's not a good look at all. And I can't sit here and say it's not so bad. It was, maybe she was a little buzzed. No, she was fucking disgustingly drunk. And she even said out of her own mouth to the cop, "Oh my God, I'm lit." Like, girl, and you said that. You saw this and still told us, no, it's going to get cleared up. It's going to be fine. No, this is not fine. So I need her to really man up on this and just sit down and be honest about it. Like, you fucked up. We get it. People fuck up and it's fine. We, luckily nothing happened. Well, I mean, your car got messed up, but nobody was really hurt. You didn't. So take that part as the win. But the rest of it was a big ass L. You need to sit on this one because there's no excusing it. There's no excuse for this at all because there's millions of us out here who have no parents who feel what you feel, but we don't act in that way. And and you can say that for this time, but the first time, what was the excuse? I don't remember because I don't even know if the show was on then, so I never really thought about it. But now we're on number 2, and now it's just a different excuse. But that's not really an excuse for this because you don't get to do this. But again, what's the punishment going to be? I don't know. Does she need to go to rehab? I don't know because I can't say that everybody who has a DUI is an alcoholic. They're just, for some reason, don't stop themselves when they know they should. So I don't want to just jump out the bridge and say she needs to go to rehab or she's got this huge drinking problem because I don't know her. But, and if this is number 2, over the course of so many years, okay, cool, you made a mistake, but why do you get to keep making this mistake and it's supposed to be okay? And that people are supposed to still want you around, and I don't know. I don't know what the punishment for something like this should be. I think they said she faces up to 2 years. I highly doubt she's going to go to jail. I mean, you see people with like 12 DUIs on their record and they don't seem to do a day in jail. I don't understand it. I don't really agree with it, but it is what it is. But hopefully she learns and she does better. That's really my hope for her, is that she learns and she does better and she can stay on my TV and keep making me laugh, because that is the Karen that I want to see. I don't want to see that lady that we just saw in them videos, because that was bad. That was really, really bad. And there's no excuse for it. None. You did what you did. Now the world has seen it, because for whatever reason, you didn't just plead this one out. I don't know why she didn't do that, because that was the easy way out for all of us. Was for her to say, yeah, I was a little tipsy. If we didn't ever see this, we all would have went on thinking that, hey, she got a little tipsy, got caught, whatever. But that wasn't that. That was way beyond. And I don't know. But yeah, that was pretty much all I wanted to say. Like I said, I'm not going to say she can't still be grieving, because yes, I do that too, but I don't do it the way she is doing it right now. And I don't think that is a viable excuse for this. I really don't. And whatever issue she's got going on, none of it was a good look, but hopefully she does better. That's all we can hope for, is that she does better, and that there is something inside of her that will make her come out and do the right thing on it, which is just tell the truth.
Yeah.
Like, what we saw is what we saw. Nobody edited. That's not editing. It's not a Bravo cut. It's nothing. That was you the entire time. That was you. And now we all saw it. But that was pretty much all I wanted to say.
All right, Latasha. Thank you so much for calling
Karen.
in.
Still want to watch her read down the girls, because that's the Karen I want to see. But she's going to have to put work in to make this one better somehow. I don't know how she does it. Hopefully she does.
It's going to take
but
some work, child. You're right about that, Latasha.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for always supporting. You know we love you here.
All right, guys. Have a good night.
You too. All right, Demisio, come on and give it to us swift so we can get on out of here.
Can I ask you one question before we bring Demisio up?
Oh, please.
And this is just like, because getting back to the Bravo of it all, when I said that, I think Karen should take some time off or no longer be full-time, I'm thinking about this in the context of Bravo. Like, so look, we know all of these women are not going on here and laying bare every fucking skeleton in their closet. They have families, they have lives. I think for me, the problem becomes moving into season 10, moving into season 11, if Karen's around, because so much of this season has been her storyline, her conversation has been around in a sense that was not there, the audience will no longer be able to trust anything that comes out of her mouth. So I think before, had she plead and there was no video, it would be easy for us to be like, okay, that's just Karen. I think now she's dug herself in a place that you can't come back from the eyes of the viewer. No one can trust her. And I say this whether I like her or dislike her. Any scene that she's in, she could say the most innocuous thing, and everyone's just going to automatically assume now that she's just completely lying or not telling the truth. So what does that do for her relationships in the group?
I think I hear you with that. Well put. I think the only way you build trust when you lost it is to get back on here and do the right thing and build it back.
Well, I guess my thing is, do you think that this will be something that Bravo will be like, okay, we're going to let it just play out in the group? Or do you think that Bravo is going to say she's too much of a liability for what the show was supposed to represent in terms of authenticity? Understanding that this
I don't
is
know.
a reality show.
That's a good question, because you have people who come back, and then you have people who struggle with alcohol, like Kim Richards, who can't come back. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I think they are going to have to weigh and take into account how much the show affects her, if you want to call it disease, illness, her mental state, her ability to move forward in the future, making sure that she does not drink and drive. It's a conversation definitely to be had. I don't have the answer for that one right now. Neither. I would hope for her to come back and get it right and fix it and do the right thing. But you never know. People are people, man. And that's when I say man, I'm just saying but people are people.
I know.
I don't know. I really don't know what the right thing to do is in this situation, other than for her right now is to keep her shit together. Or maybe she needs to lose it a little bit more when she goes into January reunion. Do the best she can to be honest, because nobody's going to accept anything less than honesty. And what happened with Shannon was honest. And so what she did was, when you're honest about your own situations, you minimize anybody else being able to spray you with your tea. So after you've beaten yourself up over it, people ain't gonna really want to watch nobody else beat you up over it, because you're already honest, you're already accountable about the situation. So when Tamara was screaming to the top of her lungs that Shannon is still sneaking drinks and shit like that, people were looking at her like, what the fuck? You look petty, because she's already walking in it. She's already attempted to own it. She does not need you divulging secrets while she's trying to get through to the next phase of her life. You look like shit. You get what I'm saying? So if she was to come to that reunion and do those things, and then you have Mia and Jacqueline showing up with 8 balloons and being petty, it's going to make them look even worse. But if you come there and you still don't want to talk about it, and you still don't want to, be accountable, you still don't want to fess up and own it, and you say, hey, maybe I was that drunk, and I look back and look and see how fucking ridiculous I looked, I sounded, I acted, and oh my God, is that me on alcohol? I don't like that person. This is the first time I really got a chance to look at it and see myself for who I am when I'm doing that, and I don't like that. And then they continue to beat you up about it. It looks crazy. But if you don't do that and they beat you up about it, ain't nothing I'm gonna be able to do, anybody else gonna be able to do. Take your lashings,
Fair. Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah. All right, Demisio, come on so we can go on to the house. Okay, maybe not. I'm gonna let you down.
Ooh, here go this child.
Dang. Hello, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, before you get started, we got like hundreds of people watching us right now across all platforms.
200, I think.
Thank you. We got hundreds of people watching us right now across all platforms, and we want to thank you guys for tuning in and rocking with us. The BCL is going to be the last one to give his thoughts, and what I'm going to do is we're going to drop down the video. It's going to play some more, and then we're going to end the show. So we're going to go, but we're going to leave the video play a little bit more so you guys can watch more of Karen, and then we're going to end it. But Demisio, your thoughts?
I was going to get up here and wear Karen out, but I feel like Jay has done that enough for a lifetime. So I'm not gonna whack on her. Even though I do feel like, in her words, justice will prevail, and it did because they convicted her old drunk ass. But I think Karen needs to take this time and have self-reflection and heal from this. Even if she doesn't go to jail, she needs to go to some type of, she don't even have to go to rehab, because even when you go to rehab, that doesn't always work. Her stopping drinking is going to have to be a Karen thing that Karen has to work on herself. But I do think she needs to go to some type of therapy and try to see what is causing the drinking and the sadness and the grief. I've lost my mom. Lost my mom at 16. So I understand wholeheartedly how Karen feels. And she lost her father right in the same span of time. So I understand the grief. You're never gonna stop grieving your parents. Like, it's just never gonna happen. It doesn't matter how old you are, how young you are. So I do feel for Karen, even though I do kind of feel like it is a little bit of bullshit that she's using it kind of as an excuse for this nonsense that she has been doing in the past when her parents was alive. So it's still kind of bullcrap, but for the sake of, since that's what she's trying to put it on, I'm just gonna say she needs to go get some help. She needs to go talk to somebody. She just needs to, because Karen's is old as hell. Okay, and she's too damn old to be study having things like this go on. It's ridiculous at this point. And to everybody that's trying to compare her situation to Shannon's, let's stop the shenanigans too, because Shannon took accountability for what she did. Shannon took precautions, even though she didn't stop drinking. Shannon took the necessary needs to prevent the situation from happening again, like putting a breathalyzer on
That
her
was
car.
after she was out of legal trouble, correct?
Regardless, same.
Ain't no
It's the same.
regardless. Is that a yes or no?
She still took accountability.
Okay,
She
so
still
is that a yes or no? I don't know what you're saying.
She took preventative measures to
Is
make
that
sure that
yes or no to my question?
after the legal fine, she still took preventative measures to make sure
Is
she didn't
that
get.
yes or no?
I said yes. I said after
No,
the
you said
legal was over,
fine.
yes.
You said fine.
So that means yes, Diva.
No, it doesn't. Yes means yes.
Yes, she did, and she
Thank
made.
you. All
She
right,
took.
now continue with whatever your point gonna be.
She took the preventative measures to make sure she didn't get a
Comma
second DUI. After she made sure that
the
it
white
wasn't another
woman
child.
took preventative measures, comma, after her case was settled, period.
To make sure that she didn't get in another case. Maybe Karen should have took some advice. Or
Shannon also had sense enough to know that if it went to trial, it wouldn't work in her favor. So let's not.
Because she got some smart legal fucking help.
And she's
exactly.
also
So
really
Karen
not
should have
idiot
fired
as
her
a
lawyer.
person. Shannon, it goes back to ego. It goes back to ego.
All right, Diva, go ahead and finish up your comments.
I mean, Jay, you hit it right on the head, honey. I mean, yes, granted, it was after Shannon's legal stuff had already been settled, but Shannon took the preventative measures to make sure that it didn't happen again, so she didn't get a second fucking DUI. And maybe Karen should have.
I don't think that she took the preventative measures. I think the law did. The law revoked her license. Shannon didn't revoke her license.
But
the law made
fine.
it to where that she has to drive in a car to blow up with a straw. She didn't decide to do that. She may have agreed to do that because she had no choice, but Shannon didn't step in and say, hey, I'm going to go ahead and get one of them DUI cars at random at any moment. The law said that she had to get one, and so she did it.
You missing it, Chase. The thing is, Shannon.
I'm not missing it.
Shannon chose to accept a plea because she knew that she was in the wrong.
That is true.
Karen knew that she was in the wrong and chose to fight the system. That's really where it boils down to.
I don't know if Karen knew she was in the wrong. Karen sounded like to me a bitch that don't think she wrong, which is crazy as hell to me.
Well, I mean, yeah, she doesn't think
that
she's
is
wrong.
just too.
She also knows
I'm just
what
saying, like, we giving Shannon way too much credit, to be honest.
I mean, I'm not trying to give Shannon more credit. I'm just saying when people compare the two situations, all I'm saying is Shannon acknowledged the fact that I may have a little bit of a problem, whereas Karen is like, I ain't do shit wrong.
Shannon does not think she has a problem.
Karen's colorist ass thinks she's a white woman and she fucked around and found out.
Oh, Lord. Well, maybe so. I don't know
don't
if
even
she's a
got nothing
colorist.
else.
She thinks she's a white woman, but
Thomas Jefferson's concubine head ass.
please don't make me
Thought she was
cringe.
on,
All right,
thought she
Demisio.
was on Need for fucking Speed and not real life.
Lord, I didn't start something. My bad.
Wait, what?
You did. You did. Mario Kart.
Huh?
I don't know, babe. We losing the plot. We've been on
Yeah, I
here.
don't know. All right, it's late in Atlanta. All right, thank you, Demisio.
You're welcome.
I don't know what he was talking. Mario Kart N64. I don't know what's going on.
Well, Chase.
But I guess is he trying to say that Karen was Princess Peach? I don't know. Maybe that's where it was going. But thank you,
I can
Demisio, for all
understand
of
also
your
that
help.
we're giving Shannon a little bit too much. I just feel like I don't know. That's getting into a gray area, but I think
the circumstances are much different.
Yeah,
you're right. She fucked around and found out. Because guess what? The difference between Shannon and Karen always gonna be at the end of the day. Whether you think you are a white woman, you ain't. She is. And for me, that's the cut and the dry of it. And everybody knows whether y'all watching this show and don't want to hear this or not. The rules are a little bit different.
Well, I guess to wrap it up, listen. We are on two very different sides of the coin.
That's okay though.
At the end of the day,
we all agree she was wrong.
Yeah, that she's a drunk old bat.
We don't agree to
but I will say this for her because she is still a human being. She has family and all that other bullshit that I kind of don't care about. But the human side of me does. I hope that whatever path she takes is a path that is going to be positive for her. And if it's a path that's negative, then got what you deserve, bitch.
All right. Well, I'm glad that you guys tuned into the great debate. And we will see y'all for Love and Marriage Huntsville, for The Real Housewives of Potomac, for Married to Medicine. And then we're going to enjoy our holiday season. Bell Collective will be uploading over the holidays to get the channels just something while we're on holiday. And then, hey, it is what it is. If something else breaks, we'll be here. I want to thank everybody, man. I want to thank Mitri Mack. I want to thank SD Mack. I want to thank Sean. I want to thank TKC. I want to thank Demisio. I want to thank Kadian. I want to thank Dolce Delicious. I want to thank Sierra Content. I want to thank thank you, India. I want to thank Donnie and your listeners.
I want to thank Katie and I do, Katie and girl. I did kind of jump down your throat. Look, when somebody tells me that don't tell me how to feel, that is a trigger for me, and I will cut you to the white meat. But I do still love you. See, I can give apologies. I did kind of come off a little hard.
I'm proud of you. Who else is in here? Everybody else that was in here. Latasha Collins for calling in. Mel NYC Reviews for calling in. Kadian for calling in. TKC for calling in, and Demisio, of course, for doing all of his hard work. He's greatly appreciated. And you guys, of course, if you're watching this, like, comment, subscribe. As we speak, our TikTok is going up and up and up and up and up. So enjoy it for this next 2 months or whatever we got left. And hopefully y'all migrate y'all ass over here. And thank you guys, everybody on X. I'm going to go ahead and play some more of the video, and we'll see y'all later, okay?
Charged me $197 for car insurance. No, thank you.
Just a little bit longer.
I actually will not agree to anything.
I just need you to follow along right now, okay? I'll do my paperwork. You can follow along. My computer's going to read you this form from top to bottom. All right. After it's done, we'll discuss anything else, okay? No. All I need you to do is follow along.
Why don't we just skip to the end?
I can't skip it, unfortunately, okay?
Advice of rights, Maryland Transportation Article 16-205.1. Reasonable cause or detained and reasonable grounds exist to believe that you will drive or attempt to drive a motor vehicle under circumstances requiring that you ask to submit to a test under Maryland Transportation Article 16-205.1. In this situation, the law uses a concentration test to measure the alcohol concentration or drug or dangerous substance content in your system.
All right, let's. With
suspension of your driver's license or driving privilege.
Can you quiet that?
No, it's reading you the form that's in front of
I do. No. This is such a fucking irritant. Poor and white. Just let that shit go. Do you want to smell? I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I will rise up. I am who I am. So what do you want to ask me? Can we? I don't give a fuck. Do you want that by people?
I'm not asking
Do you want that by people?
Karen, I'm not asking
No,
you
I'm
anything.
really rich, and I will stay in jail for a year or two because you just want that by
What?
poor white, black, green people. You want that by people?
It has nothing to do with any of that.
Yeah, it does. It has everything. So
it
what's
actually
your
has
point?
zero to do with that. I don't
So,
get to make
I'm
how
sorry.
this happens.
All right, it's not you. I'm sorry. I'm extremely
Computer's gonna
intelligent.
read you.
I am Thomas Justice's concubine.
The computer's
And
gonna
I
continue reading the
have
form.
the
All I
nation.
need
Your
you to do
point
is
is
listen.
what? No, what you need to do is tell me what you want.
All I need you to do is listen. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Could you not play that? That irritates me. I'm not reading it. It's not in my face. I have a black building. Can I see it? Can I see it? Turn it to me. Can I see it? Thank you. No, I mean, I just had. I want to record it that I just had my cataracts replaced. I am severe. And I'm just so what is it want? Can you stop with all that? You can, but I can't hear it. And I say that. You hear me? No, I wouldn't speak to me that way, sir. Thank you very much. But I say to this recording, I cannot hear it, sir. So thank you.
I can turn it up and start it over.
Do you want to tell me what it's saying?
It's saying everything that's on this form.
Oh, this is
Listening
called
to that.
reading, and I have an attorney. So I need a moment for an attorney.
Do you know which attorney you want to talk to?
Yes. Can I get my phone back?
I don't have your phone.
I have several
Your husband.
attorneys.
Huh?
Can
Do you know the name? I can Google it and get you a contact number.
I get my phone back?
I don't have your phone. Your husband has it.
I know.
So I cannot give you your phone because your husband has
I
it.
have attorneys, and can I get my phone back?
I do not have your phone.
Well, so I don't have an answer for you yet. But I will report that accordingly. I think it's important. In your point?
Do you know your attorney's name?
I did.
What's your attorney's name?
I have several attorneys. I have 3.
Can you name
I don't know which one is the point, so.
Give us a
Why don't you tell me?
I don't know who your attorney is.
Thank you. So are we okay?
Yeah, we're okay.
Thank you.
Do you want me to play the form again?
No, I'm really good.
No, I have to at least get you through it once.
Oh, you did, sweetie.
No, we started it over because you said it
All
wasn't
right,
loud.
you can start it again.
Rights, Maryland Transportation, Article 16-005.1.
You do this to dumb people, and they agree. This is how you do it.
Certification, I, the undersigned police officer, certify under the penalties of perjury that I have advised the driver of the above stated rights and sanctions and have provided the driver with the aforementioned advice in English and Spanish. Read before signing, I, the undersigned driver, acknowledge that I have been read or I have read the above stated advice of rights as certified by the police officer. I understand that this requested test is in addition to any preliminary tests that were taken. Having been so advised, do you now agree to submit to a test? Officer check driver's reply. Yes. Agree to submit to an alcohol concentration test? Yes. Agree to submit to a test for drug or controlled dangerous substance? CDS? No. Alcohol concentration test? Refuse? No. Drug or CDS test? Refuse. DRE must complete and submit DRE certification form.
All right, ma'am.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
How are you speaking to us?
No, in my mind.
Okay.
I'm rehearsing.
So the form has been completed on the audio, and I know you really didn't.
No, I'm not.
Do you have any questions?
No, I'm not
All
sorry.
right. Do you want to take an alcohol concentration test by giving birth?
No, I do not. Can you hear me? So when I say no, I cannot. I hear being very brave. What does that mean? And don't intimidate me.
What do you mean? What does it mean? Do you want to sign this form saying you refuse to submit to an alcohol concentration test?
Tell me what that means.
That you're not going to provide a sample of your breath.
And then how long do I have to stay?
Stay? We're probably talking about another 25, 30 minutes.
I don't.
Sign that.
Here?
Yeah, right here. Right there. That's fine. Yeah. In like 25 minutes.
I'm irritated. I'm extremely intelligent. Okay. I'm irritated. What if I'm in Potomac?
What?
I'm in Potomac.
You're selling life insurance and you're not doing this. You're absolutely insane. Biggest opportunity in the insurance industry today, which is when I shared this exact tweak method.
That's not true.
I know.
Yeah, right. You update me. I'm a Potomac hospital. Bravo. 10918. I do have it. You want it?
Huh?
I just didn't update it in the pandemic. What's your name again? So we can get personal.
I told you it's Kyle like 5 times now.
Kyle, I really don't remember names. I don't like
remember anything tonight.
No, honestly, I don't like men a lot.
You don't like men?
No, I'm not gay. It's I be a long time, very rich a long time. And I just don't need a man. I prefer a man. So, by the way, Karen here, not 10918. You have it?
What?
Current address. I'm gonna take care of you. He's my husband. I actually love him, by the way. And do not get a flying for. They already know. 10918. They did not.
Thank you.
You fucked her up on so many levels. She's so dumb. I'm really smart, but I'm Bravo has one. Can you let me go? Like 1 second early. Can you just let me
we'll
go?
do it 1 second early on my side.
What does that mean? This hurts though. Latch me to a table and play plantation up front.
What?
Yeah. You know, you latch me to a table, right? Like a hooker. Don't you have a hooker?
Police department's policy.
I'm not a police.
I am a policeman. You are under arrest. So
I am not under arrest.
You are.
I am not. You can fuck yourself. But what you're gonna do is thank me for this.
You've told me.
Oh, I don't even know sometimes.
You don't know who you are sometimes?
Stop scrolling if your smile is suffering. Have you
Yeah. Ooh. I'm joking. I'm joking.